Martha Bassett, and I'm thrilled to be partnering with the Arts Center to bring you some of my favorite episodes of The Martha Bassett Show. Our show happens at the Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina, and my band and I host the evening. Tonight, we're airing our Season 3 opener from last year, and we featured Bill and the Bells, Snooze, and Abigail Dowd. The band was Sarah Howell Miller on percussion and piano, Fiona Burdett on cello and mandolin, Jesse Burdett on violin and viola, Russell Kelly on electric guitar, Alex McKinney on dobro and lap steel, and Pat Lawrence, our announcer, on bass. Enjoy the show!
Welcome to the Martha Bassett Show, coming to you from the historic Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina, a home for music in the heart of the foothills. The Martha Bassett Show features national artists, local talent, and the music of Martha Bassett. Tonight we welcome two of the region's finest singer-songwriters, Abigail Dowd and Snooze, along with Bill and the Bells. To start the show, here is Martha's cautionary tale, Wicked Witch.
Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. They laughed as she melted away. So let this be a lesson: if it's evil you're messing with. Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. Now maybe you heard about a young boy who cried out wolf all the time. Let out a scream, but when the people all came, he appeared to be doing just fine. Then one day that old wolf come around and found that boy who'd been cheating. And though he was scared, there wasn't nobody cared, and they laughed as his body was eaten. Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. They laughed as she melted away. So let this be a lesson: if it's evil you're messing with. Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. Now maybe you heard about the 3 little pigs and the houses that they had been making. But then a wolf come around trying to blow the house down. He intended on eating some bacon. Well, he huffed and he puffed, but it wasn't enough. So he went on up to the roof. And as the wolf climbed higher, the pig lit a fire, and he had himself a wolf suit. Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. They laughed as she melted away. So let this be a lesson: if it's evil you're messing with. Nobody cried when the wicked witch died. Big brother, little sister took a walk in the woods, messed around and lost their direction, until they found a sweet place made of cookies and cake, candy apples and other confection. After eating all on the guitar, this is Alex McKinney on the dobro. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us on our first show of Season 3. I can't believe this is our 21st show. It just blows my mind. Seems like we just started. Will you please welcome to the stage my dear friend and one of my very favorite singer-songwriters, Miss Abigail Dowd.
It's so nice to be here.
It is so nice to finally have you on the show. We've talked about it for months. So welcome. And what would you like to do with us today?
Let's kick off with a song called Wiregrasser. It's a song that I wrote about an Alabama turpentine worker. My hometown is Southern Pines, and there's a lot of turpentine trees there, which sort of inspired the song. Alex, you want to kick us off?
Is where I come from, and I can
roll. God bless my soul, 'cause I'm a white grasser chipping down the pines. There's no more black belt prairies, only pitch tile and turpentine. You know, the cool thing about being a songwriter is that sometimes there are stories that we hold on to and we don't think that we ever want anybody to hear them. And when you get to be a songwriter and write those stories down and let them go in a song, it's pretty healing. And then you learn that somebody else had the same story too, and it becomes even more powerful. And that's sort of where this song came from. I've been running all my life, but it never crossed my mind. Some folks take it slow and make it farther down the road. I never even made it down the drive. Been a fighter all my life, but it never crossed my mind that I can't forget the hands, the first touch of a man, and I can hurt you while you look me in the eye. There's an old white house in the countryside, and it's time I turn around to go back for that girl inside. Tell her we're alright and hold her tight. Alone I spend my time, but it never crossed my mind that I took all the blame and I have carried all the shame, and I'm terrified you'll see it in my eyes. I'm going back to make it right, 'cause it's been on my mind for 30 years or more. She's been pounding on the door, hoping someone else could hear her silent cry. But I'm the only one who ever hears her cry. There's an old white house in the countryside, and it's time I turned around to go back for that girl inside. Tell her we're alright and hold her tight. There's an old white house in the countryside, and it's time I turned around to go back for that girl inside. Tell her we're alright and hold her tight. Thank you.
Britt Harper Uzzell, also known as Snooze, is one of the most distinguished songwriters and producers to come out of North Carolina. His masterful pop sensibilities have garnered him respect far and wide, both in his work as a solo artist and with a wide variety of well-respected bands.
This song is for everyone that has the courage or fortune to have a good dog. Run on, my four-legged friend. Our love could not be pinned. We were a team till the end. So long, my four-legged friend. Run on, my four-legged friend. There were mountains we could climb. There was treasure there to find. You were never far behind. Yet times it occurs you're my angel in fur. And I did not save you, you saved me. We could climb. There was treasure there to find. You were never far behind. At times it occurs you're my angel in fur. I did not find you, you found me. With the only eyes tell no lies, true as the day is long. Yeah, why can't we play? And why can't they stay forever young? Run on, my four-legged friend. Our love, it could not be pinned. We were a team till the end. So long, my four-legged friend. Run on, my four-legged friend.
So I've loved your songwriting for a long time. I remember you first from the iconic Greensboro band Bus Stop, but a lot of you folks might know him from being on tour with Ben Folds for a while. So I know you've been very inspirational to a lot of us in the area.
That's kind of good to say, Martha. Thank you.
As a producer as well.
I do. I wear a lot of hats.
Yes, you do. So I know it's you haven't been performing as much in the past couple of years, and we're thrilled that you made an exception for us.
Well, yeah, it's true. I was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer about 10 years ago, and it's been difficult since. It's definitely affected my ability to perform lengthy shows that, are my own. So I really appreciate this opportunity from Martha to let me come here tonight and play in my limited capacity of what I'm able to do, and it's just a big thrill. And this is for Jerry. It's called All the Difference. Insignificance is not allowed here this evening. You all have something and a part to play. Oh, my love, you know it's true. I wouldn't want to know my life without you. You make all the difference in the world. You make all the difference in the world. Stand standing in line with a protest sign. Don't let them say you're wasting time. You make all the difference in the world. You make all the difference in the world. You make me feel the way I should. The people are still intrinsically good. They don't know how far their tentacles reach. I'll credit you for changing me into someone who lets the good come through. Think you don't count, but you know you really do. You make all the difference in the world. You make all the difference in the world. Play it, band. The people are still intrinsically good. They don't know how far their tentacles reach. I'll credit you for changing me into someone who lets the good come through. Think you don't count, but you know you really do. You make all the difference in the world. 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 You make all the difference. You make all the difference in the world. You make all the difference in the world.
Snooze. Thank you, Britt. All right, I'm gonna have a brief chat with these folks on stage here. I want to know how you met each other. So, Chris, I know you're from Colorado originally. You ended up in Johnson City. Were you guys already in Johnson City? How did this happen?
Yeah, I mean, the stars were aligned. We feel really lucky that we all met. We're all from different places. Kalia's, our fiddler, is from the furthest away. She's from Anchorage, Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know. And Helena's from North Carolina, home state here. And Andrew is originally from North Carolina as well, lives in Floyd. But we all kind of met, Kalia and I met via ETSU at the school there. We were students. And then eventually met Helena via the same way. I was a professor there for a little bit. Kalia is a full-time professor there now in the old-time program. And Andrew, we happened to meet at an old-time festival. That was the Upper East Tennessee State Fiddlers Convention, which is right outside of Johnson City in Flag Pond. And so that's how that happened.
We actually have known each other for a while.
But you've known each other already.
Yeah.
Well, I was fascinated to find out that you have an actual old-time radio show. You do live radio. Is it Radio Bristol? Is that?
Yeah, I started a radio station called Radio Bristol out of the birthplace of Country Music Museum in Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. It's on the Virginia side. It's a beautiful museum. It's a Smithsonian affiliate. Kind of celebrates the 1927 Bristol sessions. If folks are familiar with that, Jimmy Rogers, the Carter family, Ernest Stoneman, all these great musicians made their way to Bristol in the 20s. So we have a bunch of exhibits that are surrounding that great content. But while I was an intern, while I was getting my graduate degree at ETSU, and while I was helping curate some of the content for the museum, we had a bunch of amazing artifacts that were all radio related. One of the things that, we thought, why not actually use this equipment and have a community station, build a community station in our neck of the woods, because there's so many great musicians, as you all know, in Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee, but there really aren't platforms for for the musicians there. So flash forward 5 years later, and it's a full community station, started on a Kickstarter campaign, basically a grassroots funded campaign. We've got about 30 unique shows. whole bunch of volunteers. It's done a lot for the region. We're really, really proud of it. One of those shows, our kind of flagship show, is called Farm and Fun Time. And that's what you were referring to. That's our kind of throwback variety radio show. That Farm and Fun Time actually started back in about 1946 in Bristol on WCYB. And it made a really big impact back in the day. It covered a 5-state area. Most of the first generation bluegrass musicians started their career on that show. Folks like Mac Wiseman, Jim and Jesse, the Stanley Brothers, you name it, they all played on that show at some point. So when we started developing programming for Radio Bristol, that was the first thing that came to mind, was like, we need to revive this show. It had such an impact in our region. So we have. It's doing really good. With Bill and the Bells is the house band for that show. And actually starting in April, it's going to be a TV show. It got picked up by PBS. Yeah. So we're really thrilled about that. And I'm pretty sure you all will be able to get it in this neck of the woods too. So it starts out, our host station is Blue Ridge PBS, which is up in Virginia, but there's going to be a bunch of people, satellite stations carrying it.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Well, one of the things that I loved about your show is that you had jingles that went along with your advertisements. Do you think you could maybe start out this set with maybe an example of what you do?
I think we can. We would love to do that, if it's okay with these folks.
What do you think?
All right, we do write jingles for every show. Every month we have new jingles that we perform. We do a thing called the Heirloom Recipe segment on our show, where people come in and they talk about food, how it relates to their personal story, and then I write a jingle about whatever was presented. We're going to do one here about a place called Dip Dog. Have you all ever heard of Dip Dog? Anyone? All right. We got one. Dip Dog is world famous. What's wrong with y'all? Dip Dog's in Marion, Virginia, off of the Lee Highway. It's off of exit 39. And a dip dog, it's very important. We have to clarify what a dip dog is before we sing this song. A dip dog is not to be confused with a corn dog. Don't do it. Don't go into Dip Dog and ask for a corn dog. A dip dog is a hot dog that's on a stick. It's dipped in batter, and then it's fried. It's not a corn dog. So here's a song about it. It's called Dip, Dip, Dip Dog. Dip, 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 dip dog.
Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. It ain't a corn dog, that's a fact. It makes your lips go smack, smack, smack. There's something in that mystical batter that makes you lose your mind, and soon you'll find that nothing else matters except for dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Hey now, a word of advice. If you're looking for a weenie lover's paradise, exit 39 off of Highway 11. When your order's up, you'll find yourself in weenie heaven. Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Dip, dip, dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog. Dip, 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 dip dog.
Andrew Small. All right, there it is, the Dip Dog jingle. If you go into Dip Dog, if y'all go, make sure you tell them that you heard Bill and the Bells preaching the good word for them. All right, we'll play another jingle here. Just kidding. We won't. Here's a song. This is what we call this our Disney hit. This song is going to make us rich in the year 2046. It's going to be in Toy Story Part 32. This is a song about when you fall down, what do? You get back up again, right? Right. Yes. Yeah, back there, you know. This is called Get Up and Give It One More Try.
Some people would like you to believe it's not worth chasing your dreams, though they may doubt you what they don't know about you, 'cause you can do most anything. Hold your head up high, don't let them tell you otherwise. You're gonna make it if you try. And when you stumble, don't ever lose your sight. Get up and give it one more try. Soon you'll be winning, start grinning, 'cause today your luck is beginning to turn, turn, turn around. Give it your all in, stop stalling, just listen to your heart when it's calling. You'll be the talk of the town. You may fall every now and then, but you gotta pick yourself right up again. Lordy mama, you gotta kick and shout. I know you can do it, so get to it. No better time than now to prove it. Get up and give it one more try. You may fall every now and then, but you gotta pick yourself right up again. Lordy mama, you gotta kick and shout. I know you can do it, so get to it. No better time than now to prove it. Get up and give it one more try.
Thank you so much. It's called Get Up and Give It One More Try.
It's intermission time here at the Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina. The Martha Bassett Show is produced in collaboration with listener-supported 88.5 WFDD, public radio for the Piedmont.
Welcome back to the second half of the Martha Bassett Show, featuring Abigail, Dowd, Snooze, and Bill and the Bells. Now let's get back to Martha on stage at our home, the beautiful Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina.
This next song is a new song to us, but it's not a new song. It was written in the late 60s by a Winston-Salem native named Wesley Johnson. Wesley was an African-American man who moved from Winston-Salem to Italy in 1962. And he became a huge star in Europe and spent the rest of his life in Italy, had a huge career there. This song was written in the late 60s, during the Vietnam War, obviously, but as a response to his experience with segregation. Nobody loves nobody. People just can't get along. Oh, happy families breaking up their homes. Oh, I feel that something is going wrong. Oh, how long now can this life go on? And I do believe there's gonna be a revolution. I do believe gonna be a revolution. Just because of color, one man thinks he's better than the other. Oh, together we stand as a nation that's black and white. Divided we fall now as we fight for rights. Won't somebody tell me now, how long can this life go on? And I do believe there's gonna be a revolution. I do believe there's gonna be a revolution. We struggle to go to school, trying for an education. Oh, they send us to war in a strange man's nation. I know these words now are so hard to say. It's what's going on, what's going on today. And I do believe there's gonna be a revolution. I do believe there's gonna be a revolution. Lution, yeah. You know we got to try to live together. Let's try to make the world better. Why don't we try to love together? We gotta make this world better. Why don't we try to love together? We gotta make this world better. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
Thank you. Will you please welcome back my friend Snooze?
Pleasure to be here, Martha.
It is such a pleasure to have you on the show. We've talked about this for, well, I ran into you back in December, I think it was. And I said, I'd love to have you on the show sometime. And he said, okay. So here we are. So thank you for that.
Oh, it's an honor indeed. Worst in You?
Yes.
This is a little song called The Worst in You. Brought out the worst in you. I never wanted to bring out that side of you you wanted hid. I brought out the worst in you. I said some bad words too. Now it's super glued in my memory. What left a scar should make us smarter. I find it harder to believe. I brought out the worst in you. I never wanted to bring out that side of you you wanted hid.
brought out the worst in me. I guess we just had to see how bad I could be when I'm with you. 'Cause you brought out the worst in me. Felt like a bad disease had taken over me and my love for you. What left a scar should make us smarter. I find it harder to believe. I brought out the worst in you. I never wanted to bring out that side of you that you wanted hid.
Scar should make us smarter. I find it harder to believe. I brought out the worst in you. I never wanted to bring out that side of you you wanted hid.
Thank you, Britt.
Thank you, Martha.
So this next song is a song that I wrote. There's a painting in the Tate Gallery in London of Ophelia, and I used to be an artist's model, and so I knew that art world very well, and I love this painting because the character or the model for the painting had to pose in a bathtub because Ophelia's in the water and she's floating, and this artist wanted to make sure he captured it just right, so he asked her to pose in the bathtub, and she's fully clothed, and it's back in the 19th century, so to keep the water warm, they would burn candles underneath the bathtub. And the candles went out, and the artist didn't notice because he was in the zone. And the model caught pneumonia and almost died. And when I first heard that story, I thought, yes, that's what we do for art. I lived that for a really long time. And then I realized that, no, we don't have to do that for art. And we women do a lot of things to suffer sometimes to make ourselves as beautiful as we want the world to think that we are. So this one goes out to all the ladies. And I don't know, maybe there's a few men out there that feel it too. I don't know. When you look my way, what do you see? A painted canvas of me, or an upside-down beauty in black and white. The kind of girl you'd like to find prowling your street tonight. Oh, I am not what I seem, and I'm not as lovely as you'd like me to be. I don't wanna live forever, it's not a price I'll pay to stand and be admired while my life slips away. Like Ophelia in the water, you stand and gaze upon her while she drowns, and then comment on her beauty as if it was her duty to please your eye and make you feel something inside. I'm not as lovely as you'd like me to be. Always running in circles, right back to the past, desperate to determine the next love will last, wondering why as time passes by, still can't find words for the thoughts on my mind. Oh, and I'm not what I seem, and I'm not as lovely as you'd like me to be. Oh, I am not what I see, and I'm not as lovely as you'd like me to be. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail Dowd.
Wake Forest Baptist Health is the exclusive healthcare sponsor of the Martha Bassett Show. Wake Forest Baptist Health has more than 300 primary care and specialty locations throughout the region, and a world-class team providing comprehensive care in cancer, orthopedics, cardiovascular health, and more. wakehealth.edu.
Give it one more try. We're going to play you a local song. This next one is one that we got from a band from Johnson City from way back when, the Bowman Sisters. This one here is, it's old, it's lonesome, and it's blue. It's the old Lonesome Blues.
I got the lonesome blues and I'm
Helena Hunt and Clea Yeagle, the old Lonesome Blues. We've got a new record coming out sometime this year. We're excited about it. We're hoping. We have a feeling it's gonna be up for Grammy Award, saddest record of 2020, most depressing record of 2020. We finished recording in December, and we're doing all the finishing touches to it right now. This one here is gonna be on it. This is our other Never song. This one here is called "I'll Never Get Along With You," and it goes like this.
Do you remember, sweetheart, the day that we met? The sun, it was shining, there you were smiling, a memory I won't soon forget. You were my dream, oh, so it seems. Now that I'm leaving, I'd like for you to know, oh, I still love you and only think of you. Life will go on, I suppose. You were untrue, and now we're through. I'll never get along with you. I don't believe a word you tell me. You never do the things that you say you do. Sweetheart, I'll still love you always. Try to understand. I just can't be your loving man. Done everything that I can do. I'll never get along with you. Can't you see that my heart is breaking from the empty promises that you keep making? I'll never get along with you. I don't believe a word you tell me. You never do the things that you say you do. Sweetheart, I'll still love you always. Try to understand. I just can't be your loving man. I've done everything that I can do. I'll never get along with you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll get to another new one. This is another one that we wrote. This is a tale about a beer drinking whale. I guess you could say a tale about a pale ale drinking whale. It's called Bye Bye Bill. I once knew a man named Barnacle Bill. He'd go swimming through the ocean for a thrill, but his plans got derailed the day he bumped into a big old whale. Whale says, Bill, what you doing, man? If I had arms like you, I'd be back on land, drinking from aluminum cans. I'd be a good time beer drinking man. Bye, 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 bye,
got a hand for the guy that wrote that last song. This is Chris Trulson. And we're so honored to work with this guy. He's just a wealth of all sorts of creative ideas. And we do recommend you go check out Radio Bristol. There's an app. You can listen to it on your phone. You can listen to it online. And we're so proud to be affiliated through our work with Farm and Fun Time, and so excited about the PBS move. That's going to be really fun. I also wanted to mention, I know Chris made a point to make the distinction between a corn dog and a dip dog, and that is very important. It's also very important when you see some of our merch items that you note that those are in fact corn dogs and not dip dogs. You yourself can have a corn dog pin or a Bill and the Bells corn dog t-shirt if you would like. They're out there in the lobby. But don't tell dip dog that it's a dip dog. It's just a corn dog. It's an important distinction. Anyway, one more time. How about let's hear it for Mr. Chris Trulson on guitar.
Okay. All right. We're going to get you one here. This is one people been singing for a long, long time. This is a song called It Ain't Gonna Rain No More, No More. It Ain't Gonna Rain No More. How about another hand for Helena Hunt on the banjo? Andrew Small on the bass. Clee Eagle on the fiddle. We're Bill and the Bells, and here's Ain't Gonna Rain No More.
One, two.
Well, the night is dark and dreary, and the air cold as sleet. Old man stood out in the field, had his shoes all full of feet. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. How in the world can your folks tell it ain't gonna rain no more? Oh, Lordy! Well, Skeeter, he fly high, yeah, Skeeter, he fly low. That old Skeeter land on me, well, he ain't gonna fly no more. I went to see Miss Sally, and I sat down under the stove. I sat down on a red hot stove, got right up again. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. How in the world can your folks tell it ain't gonna rain no more? I went out in the country and I sat down under a bush. I sat down on a bumblebee, he pulled back up and pushed. I took my gal aboard riding and the water it was wet. We both went out in the middle of the lake and she got her stockings wet. It ain't gonna rain no more. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. How in the world can your folks tell it ain't gonna rain no more? Oh, no! Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more. How in the world can your
everybody else back out to the stage. We want to thank Martha for having us on. This has been an absolute treat.
Thank you for being here. What a fun night it's been. And thank all of you for being with us tonight. We could not do this without you, or at least it wouldn't be as much fun if you weren't here. So thank you again for spending your evening with us. And we're going to end with a song called Polly Wolly Doodle. Right?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Y'all sing along if you know it.
And we'll see you out in the lobby afterwards.
One, two, three.
Singing Polly Wolly Doodle all day. She got curly eyes and lazy hair. Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Very well, very well, very well, my fairly fair. I was going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana. Singing Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Well, grasshopper sitting on a railroad track. Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Picking his teeth with a carpet tag. Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Very well, very well, very well, my fairly fair. I was going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana. Singing Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Jumped on the gate I thought was a horse. Polly Wolly Doodle all day. Very well, very well, very well, my fairly fair. I was going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana. Singing Polly Wolly Doodle all day.
Thank you all for coming. That's our show. Let's keep it going for Bill and the Bells, Snooze, Abigail Dowd with Jason Duff.
That's our show for today, folks. Thanks to all the musicians for sharing your music. This show was produced by Pat Lawrence with assistance from the Reeves Theater. Our background music today was provided by Russell Kelly.
And as always, a special thanks to our home, the historic Reeves Theater and Cafe in Elkin, North Carolina. A home for music in the heart of the foothills. You can follow the entire Reeves Theater calendar at reevestheater.com and also on Facebook.
The technical staff included Jeff Irving, Russell McCumber, Ben Singer, Anna Leonard, and Nick Bassett managed the house.
And a special thanks also goes out to the V4 Production Group and Holly Dog Media for their generous technical support of our 2020 streaming series.